The darkness of the cosmos stretched endlessly as the fleet of galactic soldiers moved silently through the void. Their mission was clear. An unyielding humanity was to be eradicated. Deemed a threat to the balance of the galaxy by the Interstellar Council, the soldiers carried weapons that could turn entire planets into dust. Their ships gleamed like sharp daggers against the starry backdrop. Their commanders sat in the control rooms, issuing orders in a language of cold precision, devoid of mercy or hesitation. Earth was their target, a blue and green orb, spinning innocently in the vastness of space, oblivious to the impending doom, hurtling towards it. The people of Earth remained unaware of the silent approach of annihilation. Continuing with their daily lives, wars raged, nations clashed, skyscrapers loomed over sprawling cities. Technology buzzed in the air. But none of it could prepare them for the arrival of the galactic fleet. And then something changed. An anomaly in the galactic soldiers' data streams. A name whispered in the archives of those who had studied Earth. A legend that did not fit into the scientific logic of their advanced civilization. A figure who moved in shadows, who struck fear into the hearts of even the most hardened criminals. As the fleet neared Earth, the Central Command ship received signals from the reconnaissance units, analyzing humanity's greatest strengths and weaknesses. The data included weapons technology, communication systems, and curiously, a figure draped in black, a being who operated not with advanced weaponry, but with intellect, precision, and an uncanny ability to inspire fear among his adversaries. The files referred to him as Batman, and though the soldiers did not understand the implications of a mere human being capable of such feats, they decided he would not be overlooked. Their first contact with Earth was swift and brutal. Plasma beams rained down from orbit, shattering cities and leveling mountains. Panic spread across the globe. Governments scrambled to respond, but their missiles and fighter jets were useless against the advanced alien technology. Humanity's defense networks crumbled within hours, and the invaders descended in metallic suits that shimmered like liquid steel. Their visors glowed with cold blue light as they marched through the ruins. But amidst the chaos, there was something else moving, something unseen by the soldiers' scanners, a shadow slipping through the rubble. Batman watched from a vantage point high above the ruins of Gotham City, his cape billowing like a specter in the smoke-filled air. He had witnessed the carnage. The power of the galactic soldiers was unlike anything he had faced before. But fear was not in his vocabulary, and retreat was never an option. He had seen monsters before. He had defeated them too. His mind raced, calculating, analyzing. He had no alien technology, no interstellar fleet at his command. Only his wits, his gadgets, and the indomitable will that had defined him for years. The galactic soldiers underestimated him, seeing him as nothing more than a relic of an inferior species. Their arrogance would be there. And doing the first strike came under the cover of darkness. One of their patrol units had strayed too far from the main force. Batman moved silently, his suit blending seamlessly with the shadows. His approach was undetected until it was too late. He struck with precision, a grappling hook latching onto one soldier's armor and pulling him off balance. The alien's plasma rifle clattered to the ground in a flash. Batman disarmed him using his reinforced gauntlets to deliver blows that reverberated through the advanced metal plating. The alien struggled, its enhanced strength allowing it to fight back. But Batman had faced worse. His combat training, his agility, his understanding of anatomy and engineering gave him an edge. He subdued the soldier, binding him with cables from his utility belt before disappearing into the night. The remaining soldiers found only the empty husk of their comrade's suit. Stripped of its power source, its weapons missing, their perfect invasion was beginning to fracture. Word spread among the invaders. Their scanners picked up strange readings. Their patrols reported shadows that moved faster than their eyes could track. Traps appeared out of nowhere, taking out units with surgical precision. Batman was not fighting them head on, he was dismantling them piece by piece, turning their technology against them. He hacked into their communication networks, disrupting their orders. He sabotaged their power supplies, leaving their soldiers vulnerable and disoriented. His attacks were calculated, never random. He studied their patterns, their weaknesses. Their arrogance became his greatest weapon. As the days passed, the invaders grew restless. Their command ship issued stricter orders. Patrols became heavier. Their weapons were recalibrated to detect human heat signatures. But Batman had anticipated this. His knowledge of technology rivaled theirs, and he adapted his suit, shielding him from their scans. He moved with the stealth of a predator. His every step a calculated strike against their overconfidence. The soldiers began to fear him, though they did not understand the concept of fear. Their programming, their cold logic began to falter in the face of an enemy they could not see, could not predict, could not destroy. Amidst the ruins of the cities, resistance fighters began to rise. Inspired by the tales of the Shadow, who fought back. They were not soldiers, not trained warriors, but ordinary people who found courage in the face of despair. Batman became a symbol once more, not just of fear, but of hope. He trained them, guided them, using the remnants of their technology to create tools to fight back together. They became a force that the galactic soldiers could no longer ignore. The final confrontation took place in the heart of what had once been Metropolis. The galactic command ship descended its massive form, casting a shadow that swallowed the ruins below. The soldiers gathered in formation, their weapons aimed at the battlefield where Batman and his makeshift army stood waiting. The air was tense, charged with the anticipation of the inevitable clash. The invaders' leader, an alien being clad in a suit of iridescent armor, stepped forward, its voice resonating with the authority of 1,000 conquered worlds. Humanity will fall, it declared. Your resistance is futile, and yet you fight. Why do you fight when the outcome is certain? Batman stepped forward, his figure dwarfed by the imposing alien leader, his voice calm, unyielding. Because humanity is not defined by its weapons or its technology. It is defined by its will to stand even when the odds are insurmountable. You came here thinking you could crush us, but you do not understand what it means to be human. The battle that followed was unlike anything the galaxy had ever seen. The resistance fought with a ferocity born of desperation and hope. Their ingenuity matched against the aliens' advanced weaponry. Batman moved through the chaos, a blur of motion, his every strike precise, his every action calculated. He faced the alien leader. Their clash, a testament to the resilience of the human spirit. In the end, it was not superior technology that determined the outcome, but the unyielding determination of a species that refused to be extinguished. The galactic soldiers were driven back, their command ship forced to retreat into the void, carrying with it the scars of a battle had not anticipated. They left behind a world battered and broken, but not defeated, a world that had faced annihilation and emerged stronger. As the dust settled and the skies cleared, Batman stood amidst the ruins, his cape tattered, his body weary, but his resolve unshaken. He looked to the horizon, where the sun began to rise, casting its golden light over the ravaged land. Humanity had survived, and it was because they had not stood alone in their darkest hour. A shadow had fought for them, a symbol of their resilience, their defiance, their hope. The Batman